Now, I would like to welcome Mr. Olaf Kempcke. Mr. Olaf Kempcke is the Managing Director of TRACTO-TECHNIK AFRIQUE from Morocco. We will hear more now about trenchless new installations and rehabilitation of water and sewer pipelines. As we may know, the water industry worldwide faces the constant challenge of securing the supply of high-quality drinking water, and now we will hopefully hear more about that. Olaf, um, this is your floor now. Thank you.
We developing and producing machines and systems and technology solutions for underground pipe and cable installation. So this means that we don't have to open all the time the ground to install pipes, cables, and all the utilities what you need for providing water, wastewater, and drinking water. And these machines can working on different applications. And I will show you more details on another slide. So here you can see some machines which are working under the ground. We have steerable machines and non-steerable machines, which means with a steerable machine, you can decide where you want to go and which direction, up, down, and it's ball lengths up to 500 meter. And with the non-steerable units, you have small machines, even very interesting rammers, which means you can place pipes with a diameter up to 4,000 millimeters, and you do it in the ground. Here you can see what normally will happen if you have to place a new pipe. This is a traditional way to install pipelines and cables. And you see you will disturb the traffic, you will disturb the people, and you will disturb the environment. And this is what we normally not like to see, because this will harm all the participants in the environment within the cities. And we know now in Africa, even the large cities have very huge problems with an increase of traffic. And open just one street, you will have a lot of problems on this traffic. And therefore, we providing trenchless technologies. So this means just go ahead. So trenchless technologies where we can put all the things down in the ground without opening the ground. We have minimal impact on the surface, and with trenchless solutions, we helping to reduce also the costs. We have a minimal impact on the emissions, and we can work with these solutions everywhere. Even in hard grounds, even in rocks, there are machines which can place pipes in rocks, and you shorten your construction time, and finally cost savings between 30 and 50% compared to the traditional way of installations. And you can do this for all kinds of with the machines. There are fiber optic networks which can be installed. E-mobility, of course, this is more sophisticated maybe for the Europe and UK, US market, but even gas networks, pipelines, and now it comes to the ground, district heating, water pipelines, sewer pipelines, and also the renewal of existing pipelines. And this is a big problem, what we can see now with our clients in different African countries, because all the water and drinking water pipelines, they are constructed many years ago. Sometimes it's from the colonial time where the diameter was very small, and now the city is growing up very much, and you have problems to provide sufficient water, and even to bring out all the wastewater from the different parts of the city. because the diameter of the pipes is very small, and therefore we are providing solutions. Here you can see an horizontal drilling machine where you can cross streets, where you can cross rivers, and even without opening the ground, so the traffic is constantly working. And if you see, you can do with these machines pipes up to 710 millimeter. And as I said before, the installation length can be up to 500 meter with one bore. So we can work with these machines in all kind of grounds, and the piping material can also nearly a different kind of materials like PE, PP, steel, or cast iron. And these are pictures for the drilling machines, for the steering drilling machines, and two inner city job site pictures. Okay, this is from Germany. We have other models which are showing, or examples where we worked in different countries, like here in Morocco, of course, in Tunisia, as well in Senegal. So we had several clients which use this technology already. And here you have a very small steering machine. You need just a small pit, which is 1 meter 50 by 1 meter 50. And you can work with this machine inside the city without stopping the traffic. And you have a short setup time for this, fast. And the most important point is that all local companies which are doing installation of pipes and cables and all these things, they can learn it very fast to handle this machine. So it's complicated, and it's this technology can help to bring out new pipes and new cables in a very short time. Here you can see just an example. Even with this small, you can do bore lengths up to 100 meter, and it's steerable. So it means you can decide, sorry, you can decide how deep you like to go, under the river, under the street. And as I said, you have just to have a small pit of 1 meter 50 by 1 meter 50, and it perfectly inside the crowded cities. And here you can see some results. If you bring out the pipes, then this is the pit where the pipes arriving. And here we have some small machines. The name is Grundomat. These are soil dispensers. All the clients we have, they're using this for short connections, which is up to 20 meter. And with this short connection soil displacement hammer, you can go under the streets. And if we see, for example, in Senegal, we have authorities which are not allowing to open the street. Even if there's just a small street in rural areas, they're using this soil displacement hammer to place the small pipes up to 160, up to 180 millimeter. And it depends, of course, on the soil conditions. But for example, just to give you an idea, you place a pipe of 110 millimeter with a distance of 15 meter. You need at least just 2 or 3 hours, and then the pipe is placed. You didn't open the street. Here you can see how it works. You just start in a small pit, you crossing the street, and your pipe is placed. And you can do up to 3, 4 pipes per day if everything is well prepared. Now it comes to the so-called Grundoram steel pipe ramming. This is used for placing steel pipes. So we're starting from very small diameters to 200 millimeters up to 4,000 millimeter. The advantage of this is that you can use it, for example, to place pipes under the railroad, and this is not harming the installation of the railway, because the only thing what is penetrating the ground is the steel pipe. So just to give you an example, to install a pipe of 600 millimeter for crossing such a railroad way, then you need at least 3 to 4 hours. Of course, it depends on the ground conditions, but it's a very fast way to install the steel pipe, and it's very secure because um, even tests and approvals have shown that the railroad is not impacted by this placing the pipe. Now it comes to the renewal of existing pipelines. There we have another technology, um, and we're going with several technologies. In this case, we're using the unit, and their name is Grondo Burst. With this unit, we can even repair or renovate the old pipelines, or we can do complete renewal of water and wastewater pipelines. So in this case, there are several possibilities. You're using this Grondo Burst machine, and you're starting with a small pit, and you just go into the old pipe, and crashing with this machine, you're crashing the old pipe, and at the same you're doing the new pipe, which means you can do up to 300 meter per day without opening the ground. You just do in previous. You're just doing with a camera. You're checking everything. If there are damages which are maybe not, which are maybe in the way, and will block the. And if you have done this, then you can install easily the new pipe, and it goes on the old pipe. So it means, um, how should I say? Uh, for example, the old pipe is in 110 millimeter, then you can install a new pipe up to one size bigger. So, and this helps dramatically to provide new pipelines short time, and even up to 1200 millimeter, the installation can be done. And as you can see maybe on the pictures, this is not the preparing is not so complicated. It always just working with a starting pit, and you place starting pit, and you do very good thrust bearing and sheet piles and concrete wall to stabilize the machine. And then you attack the existing pipe, and you will see that you have a new pipe within one day. You have 200 meters, 300 meter new pipes. Even if you have house connections on this way, it can be done easily. You do just a bypass, and after you place the new pipe, then the bypass will be connected to the existing pipe, or to the new installed pipe, and then you have the house connections also working without interrupting water for all the people in the area where the new installation is done. So as I said, you can do the installation of pipes with the same diameter. You can also do installation of pipes with a larger diameter, and even with a smaller diameter, because we know that PEHD, maybe the fluid, is inside compared to a steel pipe, old beton, then you have more fluent. The water is running much better in this PEHD pipe than in other pipes. With this dynamic pipe renewal, with another machine, which is Grundo Crack, you can place also a new pipe. You're just cracking the old pipe, and therefore um, it is, how should I say, it's also up to 300 meter, but the pipe diameter should be less than 500 millimeter. So the Grundo burst and the Grundo crack are the two solutions for placing the new pipes. And here you can see a model of this machine. You're pulling the machine through the old pipe, and you're placing at the same time the new pipe. So here are some pictures. New pipe will be installed within the ground, and you will not see it. This is one of the most problematic aspects, because nobody believes this will work, but because nobody can see how it works. So you will place the pipe under the ground. You will not traditional way all the ground, and even for households, if household connections, these machines will work perfectly. So with our experience in the different parts of the world, we can see that even to install all the cables, all the new pipes, all the protection pipes, the new infrastructure for energy, this is a big issue for even for the, because you have to invest a lot of money to place all these pipes, but you have to do it in a secure and environmental friendly way. And so therefore our technologies which we provide in this case is very helpful. And what we are doing with our clients in Africa is that we train and educate even the authorities why they should use this technology and why it is helpful and how it works. And this is our first step always. So we explaining very well why this technology should be placed. And we are just a construction company, a manufacturing company. We're not executing the work. We're just providing for local partners, for local authorities, the right solution so that they can use our machines to place the pipes, cables, and all the which are needed for good infrastructure. And I will go forward, just that you can see it. Even house connections can be done with the machines, which is directly from the street into the house. And the drill head on the left side is arriving in the basement. And this drill head is also can also be located, because there is sound inside, which is sending constantly data to a receiver, where you can see how deep you are and which direction you go, and where you can really prove that you go in the right direction and not disturbing something or damaging something. So here you can see, if you likes to go from the street just behind another house, you're crossing the whole ground of the site, and you're coming out on the other side, and nobody is harmed by this mini directional drill installation. And again, there's so many different technologies in our case, and I will not bother you with all the solutions. The most important point is that you learn that there is technology which can help you and your authorities to install all the new pipes, all the new cables, and without harming the traffic, without harming the people. And in this case, for example, you just do a small hole in the ground, and you install a new a new pipe under the ground with the keyhole technology, which is very sophisticated, and even in larger, very good technology to use, because then, as you can see, you use just a small machine. And I think it's the best way is to learn more about this is to meet each other, to have a really good idea what the technology can be done. And just to give you an idea, um, we have about 22,000 different combinations and setting just for the pipe installation. And this is very how should I say, interesting for all the authority countries which are likes to increase their network availability, and even the pipeline or the installation should be done in a way. For example, in Abidjan, the traffic is horrible. You can do installation of new water pipes without without opening the ground, and you will do 1 to 200 meter in one day. And yeah, this will help very much to provide um, more energy, more water supply for people which are maybe at the moment not really participating in all these networks, and which have not the availability of the networks. So there are huge investments in various African countries, and to participate in these investments in the infrastructure. This is a target to see how we can help the local people to, even if it comes to tender documents, if it comes to very special applications, if it comes to experts. We have a kind of training school in our headquarter where all the people which work with the machine, which will be, we will also provide training on the ground, training with the machine in the country. So just to sell the machines, but to support all the connecting, all the people which are working with these machines, and which likes to increase the availability of the network. And this just led me to a summary that the infrastructure of the future should be trenchless. So, vielen Dank. Thank you very much. And if there are questions, I'm available for questions. I can give an answer.
Thank you very much. Very nice presentation. After seeing the presentation and hearing all these insightful information from your side, we don't have any questions yet, but questions maybe will be coming later, and also we will forward it to you so that you can answer the questions immediately.